Every morning I wake up and I'm like, I have anxiety, like, am I gonna make enough today or not, or what?
That might sound like a familiar worry. For many people, rent or the mortgage payment takes the biggest bite out of the budget. That's why tonight our Lighthouse team is looking into skyrocketing housing prices across the state.
Lighthouse is TMJ4's new special reporting unit that takes a closer look at important issues in our community. Andrea Albers is on the Lighthouse team, and she spoke with people who say the dream of home ownership is slipping further away, while rent prices have them increasingly strained.
I met Tanya, one of the voices you're about to hear from at TMJ4's Let's Talk event in Kenosha. As we chatted, she told me how worried she was about the rising cost of housing. And I knew this was a story that needed to be told. Tonight, we'll look at housing affordability issues from Kenosha to Sheboygan. You'll hear from a Milwaukee realtor and a research expert on just how tight the market is, plus one innovative approach to the problem in a southeastern county.
For years and years, and I had my own apartment, I used to make it a point to live around here.
Yeah, this is a beautiful area, probably in all seasons.
Yes, it is.
Tanya Ebert works as a home health aide.
It's very rewarding to see people improve.
She says it's a career that provides purpose, but not a big enough paycheck.
I've been there for almost 16 years, and I kind of had to beg to get the 13 an hour I'm making now.
Despite donating plasma on the side, Tanya got to a point where she couldn't afford rent. Your solution was, okay, I've got family in the area, and I can live with family.
Yeah.
Has that helped?
It's so crowded that we really need another place that's bigger, but there's nothing out there that's affordable.
Tanya and her family are trying to avoid becoming rent burdened,
which means they're spending more than the recommended amount of their income on rent. That has started to tick back up in the last couple years.
Joe Peterangelo, a senior researcher at the Wisconsin Policy Forum, says in the last 5 years, rental prices in the state rose roughly 20%, while the median price of homes for sale shot up by 50%.
The scale of the increase in prices is dramatic.
Yet the research shows incomes grew just 19% in that same 5-year period. The disparity, he says, is linked to housing demand.
We're talking tens of thousands of units we're short.
Okay, so demand is a piece of the puzzle here. If more housing were to become available, would you hypothesize that prices would come down?
I think that there's a potential at least to slow the growth.
Affordability, inventory, and also mortgage rates. I think that's the biggest hurdle that people are dealing with.
Realtor Jessica Hinawi says one way home buyers can save is to ask the seller for an interest rate buy down. That can drop your monthly payment for a few years in hopes that interest rates will eventually fall.
Are they as high as you've ever seen them?
I don't think so. It's important to know that I think the average mortgage rate is like 7.5%. So over like the last 30 years or something. So really we were spoiled with the 2.5s and 3s.
But for many of her buyers, borrowing isn't the roadblock. It's beating out baby boomers.
They are all, ready to retire and looking for smaller homes. And the millennials are in that age right now where they're all getting married or having children and looking to buy homes. And so that's why there's kind of this fight over who's gonna get these smaller sized, more affordable homes, or once more affordable homes.
As home prices outpace incomes, it's impacting the workforce.
Is there enough housing? Is there housing that our employees can afford? It is an issue that employers are becoming more and more concerned about.
That's true in Sheboygan County, where around 2,000 full-time jobs are open right now.
We've known at Sargento for many years that affordable housing in our community has been a real challenge.
This neighborhood in Sheboygan Falls could be the answer. Here, brand new homes are being sold at cost and come with $65,000 in down payment assistance.
When you first learned about the details of this, did it almost sound too good to be true?
It really did, knowing that a brand new home in this current market was only going to be $250,000 was attractive.
Jordan told us he's been trying to buy a home for 5 years.
I've put offers in on so many homes and $10,000, $20,000 over asking and still wasn't able to get a home.
Are you the very first to move into this neighborhood?
There's 3 of us.
Jordan's new neighbor relocated to Sheboygan County for a job and has been house hunting ever since.
I probably went and viewed around 30 or 40 houses over the space of about 18 months. There wasn't really a lot of attractive options.
It's why Sargento and 3 other major employers, Masters Gallery, Kohler, and Johnsonville, each gave $2 million to the fund that powers this housing project. Sheboygan County added $2 million in ARPA funding, hoping to help grow the workforce.
Right now, we are hiring for maintenance positions. We're hiring for CDL truck drivers.
Jobs that would allow families to move into this neighborhood.
Yes, we average about $26 an hour for our operations entry-level positions.
To qualify, homebuyers cannot be earning more than 140% of the median income in Sheboygan County, which sets the limit at just under $135,000.
This seems incredibly innovative.
To our knowledge, there isn't anything like it in the country.
The goal is to build up to 500 homes over the next several years, focusing on areas like Plymouth and Sheboygan.
Had we not done this, my fear is that companies would start looking at where the workers are and saying we need to relocate there.
And Don told me he expects this $10 million fund to be self-depleting. So the hope is that the concept is successful, and once that's proven, the private sector will step in to finance more workforce housing projects. Andrea Albers, TMJ4 News.